Gloria. I love that song. Only 44 pounds to go before I'm where I want to be.
Come super rare on me, yeah.
Yeah, come super rare on me. All right, here we go. Let's start this video. Platinum WoW. Always good shit. Let's see what he has to
In
say.
the almost 20 years of World of Warcraft's existence, we have fought against hundreds of enemies.
True.
Some live in infamy, others not so much. But the Mantid are by far some of the most creative world building done in the Warcraft universe.
The
and
Mantid,
feel like
I remember
they never
them a
really
lot from
got the
Myst.
respect they deserve. Deep in the lands that would later be called Pandaria,
Yeah.
the Mantid have resided as far back as the primordial times on Azeroth. They originated from the Aekir, a type of old god insectoid that evolved into the mantis-like beings who have swarmed over Azeroth.
Right.
One of the most important roles in Mantid society is the Empress. From her, thousands of Mantid are spawned, whose only purpose is to devour. Their insatiable hunger
They're like
even leading them
locusts.
to consume the weak among their race.
Jeez.
Every 100 years, new Mantid are spawned, and with their Empress's song, they are guided to consume everyone and everything in their wake. This is the main reason why the Great Wall was built in Pandaria by the Mogu. But they forgot one crucial detail.
Mantids can fly.
Yeah, the Mantid can fly.
We are the extension of our Empress's will. Ours is but to serve in her divine name. Never to question nor to contemplate. We simply act. We fight, toil, and serve so that her vision for us is made reality.
Damn.
Her happiness is our reward. Her sorrow, our failure. We will give our lives for the Empress without hesitation. She is the light, and without her, our lives will be lost to darkness.
That's a speech right there.
To outsiders, they only know the Mantid for these horrific invasions every 100 years. Those ignorant
Like a
would assume
locust
that
swarm,
they're trying
that's what
to
I
kill
said, yeah.
off every last remnant of life. But the unique thing about the Mantid is that isn't really the case. You see, the main reason for the swarms is to cull the weak
This
from
is
their
sick for the
empire.
Mantid aspect.
Those not fit for Mantid society will die, and only the strong will return. This has made the Mantid stronger with each passing cycle, and they become a bigger and bigger
Damn,
threat
they just
to those
basically
around
only have
them.
the elite of
Those
the
that
elite left.
return are integrated into the caste system of their society, which is led by a council called the Calaxi. The Calaxi are Mantid
remember the
elders and
Calaxi.
protectors of culture, who focus on the long-term health of the empire.
Didn't we do
They even
quests for
hold
them?
power over the Empress,
Miss?
who doesn't live forever, and they ensure the transfer of power from one Empress to the next. This process involves a trial by combat, where the competing queens fight to the death, and the victor devours the defeated,
Jeez.
passing down a long line of power in the hundreds of generations of the Mantid's existence. A core part of Mantis society
Yeah, they had
and
their own zone
religion
of faction.
relates to
That's
the
what I remember.
Kapari amber trees. Each tree is a sacred holy site for the Mantid, and they harvest its amber to create weapons, art,
We quested,
armor, and
we did this
architecture.
shit. We
they even use the
harvested
sap
amber
from the
from 'em.
trees to place powerful Mantid warriors in stasis. These legends of old are called the Paragons and are broken free during dire situations for the Empire.
Calaxi were awesome. Yeah, they were.
Another advantage these insects have is their acute sense of hearing. The Mantid can communicate over incredibly long distances and can hear even the most minute sounds of trespassers entering their lands. There has never been an army that has successfully surprised the Mantid.
Fucked.
For the Empress!
How did Sylvanas
During
not
the
hear about
events of
these
the Mist
trees?
of Pandaria expansion, the Mantid swarm surprised the
The
Pandaren
anti-tree
by
Sylvanas.
starting their swarm a decade early and being the largest
Burn it.
assault in the entire history of Azeroth. This is partly because the current Empress and many of her children have been corrupted by the Shah of Fear. The Shah of Fear is one of the 7 ghostly remnants of the slain old god Yasharaj. The Mantid pray for the old god's return,
that
but
who
they
all
do
the
not
Shah
worship
are?
the Shah, who has only brought destruction to their race. To the Shah of Fear, the Mantid are
Oh,
only
wait, are all the Shah related to Yasharaj? I had no idea. The hell?
a tool to spread its influence,
That's a big lore
which
thing
has
I didn't know.
driven the corrupted Mantid into insanity, and are sending their entire empire into the carnage of war in the process. These enraged mantid even broke the Serpent Shrine wall with their monolithic creatures called the Kanchong. These beasts consume everything in their path, leaving a scar through the land from its devastation. The mantid follow behind it and harvest amber-colored waste it secretes, and they create buildings and furniture from the poop.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you can find some pretty weird stuff if you actually read archaeology descriptions. Now, not all of the mantid are corrupted. The Calaxi still have level-headed minds and begrudgingly ally with the Alliance and Horde to help stop
I remember we did
corrupted
quests
Empress.
for them.
Throughout the expansion, player characters farm reputation with the Calaxi and awaken ancient Paragon warriors who then become quest givers. But once the characters reach Exalted, the leaders of the Mantid Empire make their relationship incredibly clear.
Wakener, your deeds have earned you the trust of the Calaxi. You are to be rewarded. Walk with me. We Mantid are an elder race. The Pandaren you associate with, they are but children. They have their role to play. Each cycle, our young swarm their walls. The Pandaren slay the weak. The strong return.
They're literally using the Pandaren like training dummies.
We grow ever stronger. Before your history began, our empire was vast.
The Calaxi are low res, they kind of are.
With our sister kingdoms,
they need new models.
Ankiraj and Ajol Nerub. Our gods were many and powerful. We Mantid worshipped the 7 heads of Yasharaj. Great was the Old One, and terrible was his wrath. He consumed hope and begat despair.
Damn.
Inhaled courage and breathed fear.
It's a great description.
When the usurpers came, the ones you call Titans, Yasharaj was destroyed. His last terrible breath has haunted this land ever since, but the shadows he left behind are mere whispers of his former glory.
Damn. What a great lore
I tell
speech.
you now because you have earned this warning. Your gods are not our gods, outsider.
Damn cat.
If the old ones ever return, we Mantid will once again stand by their side. The wisest among you will do the same. I don't know if I've made it explicitly clear to you, but I do not like you very much.
Uh-huh.
So the Mantid will have another role to play, I think, when the old gods...
The Mantid's betrayal
more and
would
more
soon come
relevant.
to pass shortly after, when the Mad War Chief Garrosh Hellscream found the heart of Yasharaj and consumed its power.
A time will come when you will answer for your crimes. Bitch.
That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been.
The Calaxi and the Paragons of the Mantid followed the War Chief as their new leader and became hostile to the player characters.
I did warn you, Wakener.
And are then a raid boss in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid.
Well fought, Wakener. We will meet again.
Chose the wrong side,
But this
bitches.
isn't the last we saw of the Mantid. In the
Mantid for a
Battle for
horde race?
Azeroth expansion, the old god N'Zoth was released from his prison and attempted to corrupt the whole world of Azeroth. One of the places he hit the hardest was the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, and the remaining Mantid
That's right, there
pledged
were some
themselves
invasions
to
there.
his service. Unfortunately, the actual lore here and their involvement is incredibly small, and is just one of the many torrents of story beats in this expansion. But the question is,
A lot of storytelling
will
in
we ever
that
find the
expansion, for
Mantid
sure.
again in Warcraft's story? I sure hope so, as the world building, character design, and voice acting are all incredibly unique for the Mantid. They're also a very rare enemy type in WoW that isn't just a two-dimensional antagonist which is just used as cannon fodder for the player character to slaughter.
Just so you can level up.
Compare this to an entirely new mantis-like species introduced in the Dragon Isles called the Scythid. You want to know the story behind these guys?
Oh.
They're territorial and aggressive. Yeah, no, that is literally the only thing on their Wowpedia page.
Sounds like how new lore works, yep. Just some shit, just some training dummies to kill.